Tehran 1980, a year after the victory of the revolution. The women wear Western clothes or the chador, that wide cloak that is supposed to hide hair and body shapes. It looks like it used to. Nevertheless, the situation of the woman has changed fundamentally. On the one hand, many women took an active part in the revolution and gained influence in politics and society. On the other hand, the Islamic leadership has overruled modern laws that should lead to the equality of women according to the Western model, both under the sign of chador and headscarf. The conservative Shiites adhere to the chador, and the revolutionaries put on the headscarf in the name of Islam. But they do not mean the same Islam. Such a women's rights activist from the left camp, who has no sympathy for the Islamic regime. Women who wear such headscarves are convinced that the Islamic revolution can give them more than the Shah's modern laws could. In Persia, there is no fear of arming the population, including women. For the newspaper staff, this is the second exercise with the weapons. In the interaction between the sexes, many inhibitions seem to have been overcome. This, the women explained, attributed it to the headscarf and the wide clothes. We don't want people to look at our butt first, then at our legs and maybe at our breasts, and finally to look for nothing but a promise in our eyes. But this does not mean that we are sexless creatures. On the contrary, Islam is not anti-lust like Christianity. He celebrates sexuality as a prayer. But only if sex is not constantly offered, it can become a prayer at the given moment. That's how these girls talked. There are still many Persian women who are getting ready to please the man. Your self-confidence depends on your appearance. The citizen women of the cities, about 2% of the population. The modern laws of shame were tailored to their lifestyle. They also had the necessary means, thanks to these laws, to move easily with men in some areas. In cases of divorce and inheritance, for example, or in modern professions. There are also still fashion salons. Although the very rich have secured themselves and their wealth abroad, enough Western-oriented Persians have remained to keep such businesses alive. For understandable reasons, the owner cannot agree with the Islamic revolution. How do the Persian women feel today?
They used to be very happy, but they're not anymore. Romanian has changed her life. We are supposed to rewind the story 1400 years back. I think this will be very difficult. It is not fair to suddenly treat the young generation like the old one. You can't do that.
That's not how you feel at ease.
No, not at all. We want to be alive. If they put us in the shatter, we are no longer alive. That would no longer be a life.
Do you still have a lot of customers?
Oh yes, there are many more to come.
But not in the chatter.
Of course not, they will fight. If you force the woman to chatter, there will be struggle. They will not stay and wear the chatter. Have childhood? I don't think so.